First go to File, New, click on the template and make sure it's transparent. And click OK. Pick a color for your background and fill it. Pick a background from desktop. Hide it. Pick Alpha to Selection. Make a new layer for the border. And Stroke Selection. You can pick how many pixels you want your border to be. Change your image canvas size so it's bigger for your texts. Choose what the font you want it to be. Pick the box from fixed to dynamic. Make a group for text and place them inside. Click RMB on the first layer, then Alpha to Selection. Pick colors from palette. Pick Gradient. Make a layer for gradients. By holding Shift, drag your gradient. Pick another set of colors. And Alpha to Selection another text. Do the same for the rest. After you are done, remove all text layers. Pick Alpha to Selection. To select and grow. Pick how much pixels you want your selection to grow. Make a new layer for the outline. And fill with that color. Pick the Move tool and move the black outline layer, so the outline will look more fancy. Alpha to Selection your gradient layer and go to Select Shrink. Go to Select again and Invert. Now go to Colors and Exposure. Exposure to 1. Pick the Perspective tool. By holding Shift, drag the selected layer down. Transform. Pick Free Select tool and cut the title parts from the gradient layer. Select and float. Add a new layer to the floated layer. Do for the rest. Unsort text layers and move them to the place you want. Now select the Scale tool and scale the layers. Make sure the Scale Anchor is on, so they will fit to the thumbnail. Move text layers so they will fit nicely. You can choose whatever logo you want. For this video I will use a GIMP logo. And make an outline. Rotate. And scale. I will use my pre-made arrow for this. Go to Colors and you can choose Hue or Colorize. And pick whatever color you like. Choose a paintbrush tool. Make a new layer for shadows. Make sure your brush is the least sharp. Do one shadow at the top. And make a layer for black shadows. Paint on the edges. you don't like the effect, you can always try again. Change the layer's blending mode to overlay and decrease opacity. Do the same to other layer. Make a new layer for the diamond look. Fill the layer with that color and change the blending mode to overlay again and decrease opacity. Move this layer to wherever you want this to be. For me it's above the background. You can select the group with text and pick Alpha to selection. Make the similar diamond effect for the text and change its properties. Play with background exposure to get the result you want. Go to curves and play around with individual channels. Make sure you have curve type smooth and move slightly your curves. Top right keyframes make the colors lighter and bottom left darker. Also pay attention to your histogram. Pick paths tool to make shapes. Also make a new layer for shape. Make sure its edit mode is design and you can pick polygonal for this shape. Make points on the background by clicking left. Make the path you just made visible in the paths window. By changing your edit mode to move the shape. Toggle the shape to selection and fill it with the color. Change its blending mode and opacity. Pick the move tool to move the layer. Pick layer and crop to content. Duplicate the layer and place more on the background.
I don't know what this is, but it's kind of hot.
Now select background, alpha to selection, pick image, crop to selection. You can make the path invisible. I will also do shadows for text by creating a new layer. Make sure that the layer is above the text but below the diamond effect. Change the color back to black. Pick the paintbrush tool. Change its size to very low. Change the blending mode into opacity. And start painting on the edges of each letter.
Are you serious? This is torture. You're torturing me and everyone else watching. Wait.
Also forgot to mention, click Ctrl S to save your project and do this every couple minutes or so. Click Save and make the final readjustments.
Let's fucking go! 6.5 hours later.
Also, if you don't like the effect of text outline, you can make a layer and fill the gaps inside. Pick the paintbrush tool and change its sharpness to max. Ctrl Shift E to export your project. export to JPEG or PNG, and pick maximum quality.